Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. Gonna get into all your questions. I'm gonna reveal the lock. If you're in the Patreon, in the Discord, I'm gonna send a lock that we got today. I'm gonna get two locks for you, but I'm gonna get one out for you today. Johnny is right. Let's get that money. Rambler coming in hot, saying CBS is levels above Glanton. He lost to David Light, who is about Euro level. All right. I like Glanton in that fight. I'm going to throw an even money bet-ish on Glanton, but we're going to get into all of that. Glanton's physical. He's athletic. He commits to his shots. He can slip on the inside. He works on the inside. What does CBS do? Like, Rambo, I'd love to have you on, and you tell me what CBS does so well that I'm missing out on. Look, CBS is a Euro level guy. I agree. I think he's a Euro level guy. It's a cruiserweight division. It's not a loaded division. It's a tweener division. You've had some Bradis. You have Jai Apataya there. Obviously had Usyk there for years. But it's a division. Usually it's just tweeners. It doesn't have the athletes that 168 and 75 has, and it doesn't have the big hitters, the killers that are at heavyweight. The money's at heavyweight, and the skills at 68 and 75. To me, like the cruiserweight division, granted, there's good fighters there for sure. Let's make that money. Glenn is whack. He's a bodybuilder. He's not that big. I've met him. I'm going to post a picture of him. He's not that big. He doesn't look like a bodybuilder. Open for the uppercut and can be gotten a headlock. I agree. He's got to fight through that. In the clinches, he can't take the clinch. He's got to fight through the clinches. I agree with some of that. I don't think Glanton is a world beater. I don't think Glanton is the greatest thing we ever saw. I don't really see that much appeal in CBS. My knock isn't on Glanton. I just think stylistically, on the inside, Glanton's going to work. Glanton's going to throw to the body. He's going to double up on the hook. And CBS is going to give rounds away and get broken down. Hang on. All right. Muscles is here. What up, I just texted you up. We were live. Yo. What's up? Let me pay my bills, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing Blog, on all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight, showing you how to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. The bookies, the odds makers, they don't know what they're doing. I do. I'm going to show you how to consistently make money betting on the sport. The odds makers, the bookies, they don't know what they're doing. Join the Patreon, beat the bookies, bring down the house. $5 a month get you the lock of the week. It gets you access to the Discord. In the Discord, you get the live betting, you get the updated props, you get all the best gambling advice, and you get a community where we stream fights. It's a great community to be part of. You get all the best gambling advice for just $5 a month. So join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticker below. It's also pinned in the chat. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. $5 a month gets you the best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Eddie can't bet on boxing. He'll lose his license. This is in the U.S., in England, I don't know, right? Like it's interesting to me. The laws are, I don't really know the laws on this. I know that I can bet on boxing. I know the fighters can bet on boxing. I know the trainers can bet on boxing. I don't really know who can and who can't. I don't know. I mean, that sounds reasonable, Kyle. It's probably true, but I don't know that for sure. All right, guys. After you join the Patreon, head on over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get the travel, autonomy, and freedom back. carnivalbar.com. The nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar, the Carnival Bar. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right. Let's see what Kyle says. 79 says, why did he offer a bet weeks ago after seeing Hearn puss out of the bet he made with Eubank? Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend I know. Like, if you want to bet on boxing and you're involved in boxing, I don't know. Talk to a lawyer. I don't know. If my lawyer says I can do it, then I can do it. All right. I want to pull up some. I want to pull up Pro Boxing. Let's see what they have. Guys, if you have any questions, comments, now's a great time to put them in the chat. I'm going to get to them in a minute. I want to look at Pro Boxing, see if Pro Boxing odds has added anything. Justin Valora. This is getting good. Guys, this is a good fight to bet on. Dante Ettore sucks. Wannabe Caleb Plant, I call him. He sucks. I think that's a nice little 3-leg parlay for tomorrow. If you guys want to get in on that, I like that as a parlay. I'm going to calculate that in just a minute on DraftKings because I haven't added anything. Eubank. I don't have this yet. Okay. So nothing's really been added to any of the major books. All right. Let's get into the book. All right. These top 3 fights, I think Valora is a good bet. I think Robledo is a good bet. And I think Tudor is a good bet. I think this, just taking the money lines here, money line on the 3 favorites, minus 167. Guys, I'm going to put this in my lock. I think this is a pretty good bet. 3-leg parlay, all favorites, all wide favorites. I did the video on Ettore. I didn't know anything about him. I never heard of him before. Wannabe Caleb Plant, Italian guy, my paisan, not very good. I'll be honest. I was not impressed at all. He thinks he's slick. He thinks he's athletic. He's a wannabe Caleb Plant. I'm really not impressed with him at all. Robledo's got issues. He's easy to hit, but Dante can't punch. Sonny wins this fight, I think, relatively easy. At minus 370, I think it's a steal. Justin Valora, fighting family. He's the prospect to keep an eye on. And Eric Tudor, I did the video on. To me, that's the most dangerous one. Although I think Tudor wins. Like I said, it's going to be a tough fight, competitive fight. But I'm throwing some money on this, guys. I'm getting my money back from last week, and I'm throwing money on this 3-leg parlay. All right, Valora, Robledo, Eric Tudor. I'm throwing some money on that. 100%. I'm throwing money on that. To me, this is almost highway robbery. This is such easy money on Friday. Riley, if you got any questions about the Golden Boy card, which I like a lot on Friday, put it in the comments. I want to address them. Vidal Riley, I like Riley a lot. I know there's money coming on Clark. I like Riley. I like Glanton. This is close to even. This is a big debate here. I think Glanton's too athletic. I think he's too strong. Chris Billingsmith, to me, he's got the better resume. He's more battle tested. I think he's rugged. I think he has a great chin. I think Glanton just outworks him on the inside and breaks him down, slows him down. Now, CBS is durable. He's got a good gas tank, and Glanton does fade. That's something to keep an eye on, but I'm going to be throwing an even money bet on Brandon Glanton. I like Glanton to win the fight. Yard and Arthur. I'm not betting on this. I think Yard wins. I don't have enough confidence in Anthony Yard at minus 900 to bet him to win any fight. Not those odds. If it was minus 500, I would say this may be worth it. At minus 900, the juice isn't worth the squeeze here. The risk is not worth the reward. Anthony Yard looks spectacular. Sometimes it looks like dogwood other times. I don't think Lyndon Arthur is all that bad. So, yeah, I'm taking Yard. I'm taking Yard in theory to win. I pick him to win. I am not touching this as far as a bet goes. Liam Smith and McKenna. I'm starting to lean more and more towards McKenna. I don't rate McKenna all that high. I really don't like McKenna at all. If we can get a prop to take the over, I would just take the over on this. I'm not a big fan of McKenna. I do think Smith is shot. I think his better days are behind him. So my bet on Smith McKenna would be the over. If you can get a prop on the over, can anyone get a prop on the over? I don't have it on DraftKings. If you can get a prop on the over, I would take it. But Smith McKenna, I'm leaning towards McKenna ever so slightly. Before I watched the tape, I was leaning towards Smith. Now I'm leaning towards McKenna. But it's that kind of fight. I do think Smith's a little bit faded, which is why I'm leaning towards McKenna. And then to me, the easy money bet of the night is Chris Eubank at minus 170. To me, that's easy money. That is easy money. I like Eubank at minus 170. Just lock it in. Just take it. To me, this is stealing money. Eubank minus 170. Lock that up. Get paid. Eubank minus 170. All day I take that. All day I take that. Let me get to some of the I want to do a poll real quick. Because this seems to be it's a 50-50 fight. Very quick, very easy poll question. I just want your take. Glanton, CBS. Or I'll draw. That's an option too. All right, guys, everyone take the poll. Very easy question. Who wins? Glanton, CBS, or a draw? Simple, straightforward question. Okay, let me cut through some of these. All right, let me cut through some of these. So I don't know if there's any basketball fans, but college basketball. My Texas Longhorns just got a guy from St. John's. I'm not overly familiar with them. Simon Wilcher. They call him Live Sim. I'm supposed to be really good. I don't know. I think I'm supposed to be excited about this. I know there were like 3 or 4 pros on St. John's last year, and he wasn't one of them, so I'm not that psyched, but I hear he's good. All right, the way around Eddie Hearn betting on boxing, man, he can have someone place the best. But Floyd did this. Floyd used to give people backpacks full of money and have them place the bet on them. The rules on betting on boxing are kind of convoluted and weird. They're kind of non-existent in a way. I don't know. BC. What up, BC? King Ty says next weekend going to be big for us. Next weekend's the big week. This week's a little tricky. I think I got it for you guys. I'm giving you guys 2 locks. For sure. How much of a factor is it? What age you started boxing? Example, a boxer at age. No, I agree with this. You see this a lot with people who come from boxing families. Their daddy was a boxer, or their brothers are boxers, their grandfather, their uncle, everyone was a boxer. They have this unique knowledge and knack for fighting. I started boxing when I was 12 years old-ish. And you have a learning curve. You have to make up time. I wish my dad would have got me into boxing when I was 6, but I was from a basketball family and we played hoops. And I wanted to learn how to box, and I got in a lot of fights, and boxing was an outlet for that anger. But I didn't grow up in a boxing family. If I would have, it would have been a benefit to me. So what age you started boxing? Now you can be like Errol Spence and start boxing at 15 and just be a freak athlete with freak power and strength and close that gap real quickly. But for us normies, for us 5'11" white guys who are hyper athletic like me, yeah, there's a lot of gap to fill there. Canelo, in a way, Rohan, Emiliano, and Moitaya, thank me later. That seems good. Yeah. You taking a new weight by stoppage, or you taking a money line? Watched your Sonny Robledo analysis. I think it's risky because the one fight Ettore lost, I've seen people saying he got robbed. Go watch the tape on him, 79. There's 2 fights on him. There's some tape on him. He's not good. I'm not trying to degrade the guy. He's not good. But If you want to lay off of it, lay off of it. You know, I don't mind if you guys think I'm wrong on something. I think Dante sucks, honestly. And I don't like to say that about fighters. I don't think he's good. And that's my paisan, too. Riley started at age 6. Clark started at age 11. It matters. I like that 3-leg parlay. I may throw some money on it, too. I'm throwing money on it today, Muscles. I'm locking that up today. I gave you a winning parlay today. You want a winning parlay? I'm going to give you another one. Fellas, you want a plus money parlay? I'm going to give you a plus money parlay. Here you go. Plus 165, 3-leg parlay. Valerio, Riley, Eubank. Plus 165. Lock it in. That's a plus money parlay for you. 14 felonies. You can lock that in. I'm getting over 8.5 on Liam Smith fight. All right, that's not bad. I would take it. I like the over in that fight. I like it a lot. If I can get an over on that, I'm taking the over on Liam Smith, on the Liam Smith fight. Muscle Brown. No, Muscle Brown is all natural, right? Muscles is all natural. Either Blanton KO or CB by gifted points. That's my that's my concern with the Glanton fight, and it's Glanton. It's Brandon Glanton. But that's fine. The gift decision to Liam Smith. He's durable. CBS is durable. He's durable as hell. So I like the over in this fight too. I like the over. I like Glanton. I think Glanton wins, but a travesty decision is on the table. I don't think you're wrong. I was just throwing that out because he's so unknown. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to be, he's unknown for a reason. Like, he's unknown for a good reason. He's not very good. He tries to be slick. He tries to be Caleb Plant. He even looks like Caleb Plant. Like, you can see his life's goal was to be Caleb Plant. He tries to be like, he's a white guy. He's an Italian guy. He tries to be black. You can see that. You can see it, right? Like, he tries to be slick. He tries to be, he's not athletic, though. Like, he's not good. Muscles Brown, I'm natural, genetics, diet, and consistency. That's the key. That's the key. And all you guys need to be healthy is fatty meat and water. If all you eat is fatty meat and water, you'll be good. CarnivalBar.com and a case of water, and you're good forever. CarnivalBar.com, the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and stores for years. Get your travel, autonomy, and freedom back. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. Butter is good, but butter is good. There's a lot of fat in butter. It's good. Butter for sure. But if you're eating fatty meat, a ton of fatty meat, you don't need butter. You only need butter is if you're eating like leaner cuts of meat, like turkey. Then you're going to have some butter. But if you're just eating beef or lamb or oily fish, you're good. You don't need to eat nothing else. Cedric with the $10 super chat. What up, Gary and Muscle Brown? Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone in here. Cedric, my man, appreciate the super chat. All super chats are appreciated. Thank you for the $10 super chat, my man. All right. All right. You guys have any questions, comments about tomorrow's card? I want to spend most of the time on tomorrow's card. I think is the money making opportunity. Like I said, there's always a bull market somewhere. We could always make money. I think Valerio is a good. is a safe bet. I think Tudor's going to be tested. He's going to be challenged. I like Thunderstorm Johnson. I just can't see Thunderstorm Johnson doing enough to win. And then I think this Dante Ettore guy is not good. So Robledo is flawed and he's easy to hit, but he throws punches. He's good from long distance. Ettore's going to have his hands full. Valoria, Riley, Eubank. There's a plus money line bet. That's plus 160, a plus money bet. 3-leg parlay plus 165. I know 14 felonies wanted that. Bang, bang. There you go. Aaron McKenna is on a mission. You guys like McKenna. I'm leaning towards McKenna now. I like the over in that. I'm just like, yeah, I had a gun to my head. You said pick a winner. I guess I'm taking McKenna. I don't like McKenna. I think he's flawed. He kind of just throws shots. There's no power. He leaves himself open to be countered. He does pick shots off well. I think he's rather slow. I'm just not a huge fan. Brother, has anyone ever told you look like Gary Jonas, the Pro Box guy? No. I'm not even sure I know what he looks like. Hang on. Let me. Let me take a poll. Do I look like this guy? All right, that didn't work. I can see it a little bit. Do I look like this guy? What do y'all think? Do I look like him? How good is Justin Valorio's opponent? I've never heard of him. He's an opponent. He's an opponent level guy. He's there to lose. And Justin Valorio is 20. He's a sensational prospect. When he's a 130 pounder, so he's a little bit bigger than his pops. But his opponent is an opponent level guy. He's there to lose. He's fought nobody. He's fought one guy, undefeated guy, lost. He's there to lose. He's an opponent. You know what I'm saying? He's not terrible. He's an opponent. He'll test Valoria, but Valoria will win. And if it's in doubt, he'll get a bogus decision because it's Golden Boy. No, bro, you look way more smooth, G. I appreciate that. You have his likeness. I can see it a little bit. He did you dirty, Gary. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Hang on. Here's one that I want to do this real quick. This is one I've gotten a lot in the boxing community in general. Hang on. The missus looks like Sandy Ryan. What says y'all? I've gotten that a lot. That my wife. It's the black Irish look, like the dark hair Irish look. But I've gotten that a lot. My wife looks like Sandy Ryan. I guess. Do we look like Gary Jonas and Sandy Ryan? Is that fair? Does the missus look like Sandy Ryan? I've gotten that a lot. I could see it a little bit. Last week was not a good week, David. Last week we didn't hit much of anything. You look like a young Dan Rayfield if you put on a few pounds and cut your hair. That's not a compliment, Rambler. The Gary Jonas thing I could live with. I look like Dan Rayfield. David, no. Conwell lost and pillow hands. Dalton couldn't stop a guy with a broken jaw. It did not go well, David. I can see that. I don't look like Dan Rayfield. I can live with the Jonas thing. Oh, man. All right, let me check my poll real quick. You guys are killing me. This is close. All right, guys, keep betting in the poll. It's very close right now on who you guys think is going to win. It's 54-46 Blanton. So the odds makers are right. This thing is going to be close. This is, it's a 50-50 fight. All right. All right. Just to kind of recap, tomorrow I will go live probably twice, probably once this time ish, and then I will go live following the Golden Boy card. And Saturday I will go live at the end of the of the fights. Yeah, evening, Humble. Hope everything is good, my man. Everything is good. Good to have you aboard, Humble. Good to have you aboard. Did you take a look at Liam Smith? I like the over. If you can get the over, take the over. I am leaning towards McKenna slightly. Before I watched the tape, I was leaning towards Smith slightly. Now I'm leaning towards McKenna slightly. I'm going to have that video out tonight. I don't love either bet. I am, if you put a gun to my head and said, Gary, pick a winner, I'm going to pick McKenna by a little bit. I like the over. Someone had a book. The over was minus 300. I think that's your best bet. I think you can parlay that with Eubank, and I think you're good. Yo, Muscles. Dan Rayfield is an obese tub of lard who knows jack about boxing. Gary is a genius who is not fat. He does. I don't. This is bugging me out. You know what? I've never seen this before. All right. You know what? I can respect this as a take. If I gained 150 pounds of fat, maybe I would look like him. All right. I can see it a little bit. I can see somewhat of a resemblance. But I'd have to be a fat bastard who knows nothing about boxing. But all right, a little bit. I've been looking at Dan Rayfield for 20 years or whatever. I've never, but now that you pointed out, I guess I can see it a little bit. But I'm much better looking than him. He's a fat slob. Who do you like at the 7th pick tonight? It depends who's available. 14 felonies. It depends who's on the board. Depends who's on the board. Banks or Membu, I guess. I'm all right with Warren. I'm just not convinced Warren's better than Colston Loveland. It's not a great draft. I'm okay with a lot of guys. I'm okay with Will Johnson if you wanted to go with a cornerback. not Jahdae Barron. If it was my pick and everyone we expect to be on the board was on the board, I would take Banks. I think it's the go-to. All right, maybe. I don't see the damn thing at all. All right, good. I really like Vidal this weekend. I like Vidal too. I picked Moss to beat Clark when they fought. I think he might get it done. Vidal too quick for him. I think so too. Vidal's a much better athlete. Clark's a little bit better on the inside, a little stronger. But I think Vidal's speed and skills is gonna from the outside. It's gonna be way too much. He's fatter, but there's a resemblance. Is that what it is? My eyes stick out a bit like his? Maybe. Michael is going to be picked by the Saints tonight. Lock it in. 79, you're a Saints fan? So, 79, are you guys sticking with... I love Spencer Rattler. I know he's a Sooner who went to South Carolina. But I absolutely love Spencer Rattler. I was all over. I said he's the second best quarterback in last year's draft. And a lot of people are going to owe me an apology on Spencer Rattler. But is that what the Saints are going with? Are the Saints sticking with Spencer Rattler next year? Because I would love that if that's true. What up, Humble? All right. I'm hearing this comparison is not even close. All right, let me run through this again. Let me get through this. This got a little away from us today. No, this is not the one I want. Here it is. All right. The bet that I like for this week, Valoria, money line. Robledo, money line. Tudor, money line. Easy money. All three of them, put that parlay together. It's going to be about minus 160. Lock it up. Vidal Riley. I like Vidal Riley. Brandon Glanton at minus 115. I'm going to check the poll real quick. I like Glanton. You can see that it's even money. I like the over in this fight because I think Chris Billingsley is durable as hell. If you can get an over on this fight, take the over. Take the over on McKenna Smith as well. I am not betting minus 900 on Anthony Yarde against anyone. So I'm not betting on Yarde and Arthur. I don't like the odds on this fight. Liam Smith and McKenna. I am leaning towards McKenna in this very close fight, but I like the over. Someone told me the over is around minus 300. I would take the over. I would take the over, parlay with Eubank on the money line. Bang. There's a pretty good bet. Just to see what that would look like. If you had a 2-leg parlay, and the parlay was minus 300 and minus 170. So a 2-leg parlay, using those odds that we got in the chat, it was minus 300 on the over, would be plus 112. A plus 112 parlay on Eubank and the over on McKenna Smith. Good looking bet. No, I did not. Did you see the lie detector test between Eubank Jr. and Ben? I did not. What? Now I'm interested. What did that turn out to be? The truth is the Saints are in such bad debt with terrible contracts. They have to get a O lineman or D lineman that can be elite. They have no money. They are riding with Rattler or Carr. I love Rattler. He's one of those guys, man. I love Spencer Rattler. Rugged as hell. I love Spencer Rattler. All right. Let me check my poll, and I'm waiting. I want to hear what Cedric says about. I did not see the lie detector test. I'm interested in seeing the answer. All right, so Glanton's going to win this poll, unless you guys want to vote real quick. 59% Glanton, 35% CBS, 6% draw. Here's the deal. I'm going to wait for Glanton to tell me what happened with that lie detector test. I want to know what happened with Eubank and Ben and that lie detector test. I'm going to go take a leak. I'll be back in 60 seconds, and then I'm going to end the stream after Cedric lets us know how that lie detector test turned out. I didn't see it. Does anyone know? Let me know. What up, Rocket? All right, I'll go over this. He said lock it out a little later. I'm gonna send the lockout tonight. But well, I gave a couple locks that I like. I don't know what you guys have on the Hard Rock, but if you can get Eubank and the over on the Smith McKenna fight, lock that up. Yeah, lock that up. And then the other lock that I liked was tonight's fight. Just parlay the winners. Just parlay the winners. That'll work. Parlay the favorites. Tudor, Robledo, and Valeria. Parlay those three of them. Minus 170. Not bad. Yeah, those are the parlays I like. I like the over on Liam Smith, McKenna, and Chris Eubanks Jr. money line. I like both of those. Another $10 super chat from my boy Cedric. Thank you. Appreciate that. The guy asked East Fighter questions, but Conor Ben never got asked about ever taking PEDs. Willing to bet Ben team told the guy not to. Yeah. They didn't. Like, that's the. Parlay that. It's a guarantee. You'll make money. The guy asked East Fighter. Yeah, if you didn't ask about, thank you for the super chat, by the way, Cedric. If you didn't ask him that question, it's the obvious question, right? Like, you know, if you didn't ask him, you were told not to ask him. I agree with Cedric. All right. Appreciate you, Johnny. Appreciate everyone. All right, I'm going to wrap up. Guys, let me know if you have any last-minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, or forever hold your peace. Appreciate the super chats. Appreciate the thoughts, comments. I will be live again tomorrow, probably around this time, and I'll be live again after the Golden Boy card. We can count our money on that. But it is April 24th, 2025. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless. Should have asked him how many eggs did he eat. Yeah. That was Julio Franco, the baseball player, was like 46 years old and just like tremendously jacked, like cut out of chiseled out of granite. Like he looked like Shannon Sharp, but with more of a six pack. And he said he ate like 13 eggs a day or something, and that's how he got that way. All right, y'all. Thank you, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.